The book of Genesis is the first book of the Bible and establishes the foundations of the Jewish and Christian faith. In its opening chapters, it reveals the creation of the world and humanity, while the rest of the book narrates the origins of the people of Israel and the history of the patriarchs. Let us now explore the 10 most important points of this fascinating book. 1. The creation of the world, Genesis 1:1-2-3. In these opening chapters, we find the account of how God created the world in 6 days and rested on the seventh day. These passages emphasize the power and sovereignty of God as the creator of all that exists. 2. The creation of man and woman, Genesis 1:26-31. God created man and woman in his image and likeness. This is a fundamental statement about the dignity and intrinsic value of all people, as each human being reflects the image of God. 3. The fall and sin, Genesis 3:1-24. This passage describes how Adam and Eve disobeyed God by eating from the forbidden fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. As a result, sin entered the world, and the harmonious relationship between God and humanity was broken. 4. The promise of a descendant, Genesis 3:15. After the fall, God made a promise to send a descendant who would crush the head of the serpent, referring to the future victory of Jesus Christ over sin and death. This promise points to the redemption and restoration that God would provide through his Son. 5. The flood and Noah's Ark, Genesis 6:9-9-17. Due to the wickedness that had inundated the earth, God decided to destroy all life through a flood. However, due to Noah's obedience and faith, God preserved his family and a pair of every animal species in an ark. This event teaches lessons about God's justice and grace. 6. The Tower of Babel, Genesis 11:1-9. After the flood, the descendants of Noah gathered to build a tower that would reach the heavens. However, their motivation was defiant and self-centered, which displeased God. As a result, God confused their languages and scattered humanity across the earth. This story emphasizes the importance of seeking God's will and direction rather than pursuing our own glory. 7. The Covenant with Abraham, Genesis 12:1-3. God called Abraham to leave his land and become the father of a great nation. Through Abraham and his descendants, God promised to bless all the families of the earth. This covenant is crucial for understanding God's redemptive plan for humanity. 8. The sacrifice of Isaac, Genesis 22:1-19. God tested Abraham's faith by asking him to sacrifice his son Isaac. Although this seemed contradictory, Abraham trusted in God's faithfulness and was willing to obey. At the last moment, God provided a ram as a substitute. This event foreshadows Jesus' ultimate sacrifice on the cross and highlights the importance of obedience and trust in God. 9. The story of Joseph, Genesis 37-50. The story of Joseph, son of Jacob, is a tale of divine providence and forgiveness. Although he was sold as a slave and faced many trials, God exalted him and used him to save his family in Egypt from famine. Joseph's story illustrates how God can work through difficult circumstances to fulfill his purposes. 10. The purpose of creation and future hope, Genesis 50:20. After many twists and turns in the story of Genesis, Joseph finally meets his brothers and reveals that God had allowed all the difficulties to fulfill his purpose. Joseph declares, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring it about that many people should be kept alive." This statement underscores God's providence and his ability to work even in the midst of the most adverse circumstances. In conclusion, the book of Genesis provides us with a solid foundation for understanding the history of creation, the fall of man, the redemptive promise, and the formation of the people of Israel. Through these 10 key points, we can appreciate the faithfulness and sovereignty of God, as well as his redemptive plan for humanity. By studying and reflecting on these passages, we can gain a deeper understanding of our faith and how God has worked in the past to fulfill his purposes. Thus, we conclude a new Bible study. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video with a family member or friend, and leave a comment to let us know if you enjoy this type of content, as well as a comment to let us know which other important point or Bible verse you would have added. I'm looking forward to reading them. Blessings to all.